Yeah, with the foreigner piece, I remember my initial reaction was that perhaps certain audiences will be uncomfortable with this, especially not having access to the right translation. But I trust that we have the right tools necessary to not be offensive or to be offensive to the right people.
Well, satire is tricky because you're always kind of trying to hang out in a gray area.
Try to de-escalate the situation. Act with some
I mean, if you go too far, you run the risk of being offensive or kind of beating someone over the head. If you don't go far enough, you run the risk of kind of throwing a softball, or in some cases, people don't realize that you're joking, and then the joke is completely lost.
If people can't figure out that you're on the fucking stage and you're bringing outrageous things onto the stage so that people in the audience can examine it and make up their own mind, you know.
It does cross boundaries, and it has just as much weight here in America and in Germany and in other countries as well.
Aussies, Asylanten, herzlich willkommen zu Ausländer TV.
Welcome to Nationalist Geographic.
Don't actually know how it all started. I wrote most of this poem. I did the outlining and the composition, and then we wrapped it up together.
Observe the native African in his habitat. Should you ever meet an African in the wild, approach with caution, as they are known to be both aggressive and prone to violence.
And the reason for writing it was just that we also have a big problem with racism in Germany, but it's more subtle.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a political statement packaged in this more satirical piece.
The question is it clear enough to the audience that we are making fun of people, how they are being racist?
I think it's disingenuous when people talk about how PC everything is in America, because also in America it's wildly, you know, racist.
I think that's probably my question is it clear enough that we're taking shots at people that are stereotypically feeling this way?
You need to push buttons. It's just when you're walking on the edge, it's really easy to fall off the edge.
Or are we just ourselves making a parody of...
I don't have a problem with foreigners, but...
Yeah, in my opinion, it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, I think anybody who walks out of there and goes, that piece was racist, was not paying attention to the piece.
For us, I trust that we'll be able to take something and handle it delicately so that we don't ever fall off the edge.